So You Want a Hot Girl Summer, Part 4. So You Want a Hot Girl Summer, Part 4. What's up, everybody? My name is Key Air, and you are watching The Important Things That Really Matter. Today, we're going to answer the question, or we're going to investigate this statement, so you want a hot girl summer. And we're going to talk about some different people who had a hot girl summer. I hope you looked at part 1, part 2, part 3 of So You Want a Hot Girl Summer, and this is part 4 of So You Want a Hot Girl Summer. All right, so we're going to talk about this woman that was living her best life. We're going to be talking about this woman that was having a hot girl summer. I mean, she really was having a really good hot girl summer. Yeah, you better believe it. Well, anyway, fair use. Let me tell you about what happened here. There was this woman, very attractive African-American woman, very attractive. Well, this very attractive African-American woman was sleeping with 3 different guys. That's right. This very attractive African-American woman was sleeping with 3 different guys. So she was living her best life. Yes, that's right. She was living her best life, okay? She was juggling 3 men. That's right. She was juggling 3 men like she was in a circus. But she wasn't just juggling 3 balls. She was juggling 6 balls. That's right. She was juggling them and juggling them and juggling them. That's right. She's keeping the balls up in the air. She's keeping them up in the air. She's juggling. You would have thought she would have been in a circus. She was so good. She had dropped not one of those 6 balls, okay? Anyway, she was juggling. So anyway, girlfriend, while she was juggling all 6 of those balls, every one of those men thought that this woman was their woman. I wonder why they thought that. I guess maybe she gave them the impression that each one of these guys thought that this woman was their individual woman. So anyway, it's funny how people be thinking that way sometimes. But anyway, so the woman, she was juggling these 3 men, juggling these 6 balls, okay? And so what ended up happening was the woman got pregnant while she was living her best life. She was living her best life. That's right. She was having a hot girl summer. That's right. Well, anyway, she got pregnant, but she didn't know who got her pregnant. So anyway, she took guy number 1. Of course, you know, this guy is the one that makes the most money out of the 3. So she told the guy, hey, it's your baby. So the guy was like, oh, wow, great, man. You know, yeah, I wanted to have a child, yes. So he says, well, I want to get a DNA test to make sure that the kid is my kid. So this man goes down and get a DNA test. DNA test says, you're not the father. So the man looking at the paperwork, he's looking at her, and this man literally has paperwork showing that she's been screwing around on him. So this guy was sitting up here thinking that this woman was his woman. But now he's got documentation showing that she was screwing around on him because she's pregnant, and the paperwork is saying it's not his baby. So of course, you know what he did. He said, okay, well, great. Now that I know you're screwing around with other people, ta-ta for now. You take care of yourself. Bye. Hope you find out who the father is. All right. Now, guy number 2, probably making a little bit less money than the first guy. Guy number 2, she tells him, hey, it's your baby. So the guy's like, oh, wow, great. Because he's great, because nice looking woman. He's like, hey, maybe we start a family or something together, okay? So the guy is feeling good about it, positive about it. So the guy's like, well, hey, wait a minute. I still want a DNA test. She's like, okay, yeah, we get a DNA test. So he goes down, get a DNA test, gets the paperwork back, looks at the paperwork. Paperwork says he's not the father. So once again, this is guy number 2. Guy number 2 thought that this woman was his woman. Okay? Wrong answer. Not his woman. Now he's got paperwork, formal documentation showing that he's not the father and that she's screwing around on him. Because she's pregnant, the kid's not his, so you're screwing somebody. Hey, and it's not my kid. So the guy basically in a nutshell tells her, oh, well, now that I got documentation showing you be screwing around on me, you go on about your business, and I hope you find who the father is of your child, okay? All right, well, you take care of yourself, bye, because we're not going to be seeing each other anymore, because all this time, the man was thinking this woman was his woman. So anyway, now we are down to guy number 3. So this guy number 3 probably was Pookie, okay? But you know, Pookie don't have anything. Out of all the 3, Pookie, she probably tells Pookie, hey, Pookie, it's your baby. Pookie is thinking that this woman is his woman, okay? Wrong answer. Anyway, once again, fair use, fair use. Oh, would you please like? Would you please share? Would you please like? Would you please share? Would you please subscribe? Please subscribe. Please subscribe. And please leave a comment below, all right? Anyway, back to the story. Well, she takes guy number 3, tells guy number 3, hey, she tells him that she's pregnant and he's the father. So the guy's like, he's happy because guy number 3 thinks that this woman is his woman. Just like the other 2 guys. Yeah, just like the other 2 guys. So the guy's happy. He said, hey, wait a minute though. I want to still get a DNA test. She's like, yeah, okay, we get a DNA test. Guy goes down, get a DNA test. He's happy. Gets the paperwork back. He looks at the paperwork. He looks at her. Looks at the paperwork. Looks at her. Hey, wait a minute. This paperwork here is saying that I'm not the father. So now the third guy has got documentation showing that she's been screwing around on him. Because, you know, she was juggling them balls. She was juggling them. She was juggling all 6 of those balls, okay? She didn't drop not one ball. I'll tell you, she should have been in a circus, buddy. She should have been in a circus. Because she didn't drop not one of them 6 balls that she was spinning around in the air. So anyway, back to the story. So the guy was like, hey, says, I'm not the father. So now he's got documentation showing that she's been screwing around on him. So the guy's like, oh, well, now that I know that you've been screwing around, you go on about your business and take care of yourself. And I hope you find who the father of the kid is. What are we talking about? Well, the subject is, so you want a hot girl summer. That's the subject. That's the subject. So you want to have a hot girl summer. Well, this woman was having a hot girl summer. She was screwing around. So she took 3 different guys down to get DNA tests, since she told each one of those guys who thought individually, each one of those guys thought that this woman was their woman. Okay? All 3 of the guys got DNA tests. All 3 of the guys found out that none of them were the father. So this woman was screwing around with 4, 5 or more different men and or women. Did you hear what I said? This woman had to have been screwing around with 4 or more men and women. Okay? Why do we know that? Because 3 of the other guys that she was supposedly in a formal relationship with, none of them were the father of the children. So she had to be screwing around with 4 or more different guys. I mean, she was juggling them balls. She was juggling. Woo, 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 woo. She was juggling all 10 balls. She was juggling them balls, boy. Man, she was juggling them balls, okay? She didn't drop not one of those balls. She kept them in the air. Like I said, she would have been great in the circus. 3-ring circus, put her right in the middle, and she juggled all 10 of these balls up in the air, keep them up, and didn't drop not one ball. She didn't drop not one ball. And so now, what is the moral of the story, ladies that want to have a hot girl summer? Well, you could be like this woman here and get pregnant and don't know who the father of the child is. I don't know if this woman knows yet who the father of her child was, because she was screwing around with more than the three men she was supposedly in a formal relationship with. This could be you. I remember one time I was at an event where I was about to perform, and the event was a father-daughter event. And so there was this young girl. Part of my job was not only to perform, but part of my job was also to try to get people to come to the event. And so I was telling this young girl, she looked like she was about 12 or 14 years old. I said, hey, young lady, why don't you come on back later on, have your father bring you back, because we were having a father-daughter dance thing going on today, okay? So come on back. And so when I told this young lady that she had to have been about 12 or 14 years old, this woman yelled out, yelled very, very loud. This woman said, I don't know who my father is. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh man. I really wanted to go over and hug the girl. I really did. And I was like, man, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. And so this woman who I'm just talking about right now, that was juggling all these different guys, and none of them were the father of her child. Her child might grow up and never know who the father is. So there's certain things you need to take into consideration when you're thinking about having a hot girl summer, ladies. So would you please like, would you please share, would you please share, would you please subscribe, would you please subscribe, and leave a comment, and peace.